Her voice, smooth as honey, spilled through the microphone, dripping with saccharine sweetness. "I'd like to thank my ex-husband," she began, pausing for effect. The room buzzed with laughter, the clink of champagne glasses reverberating through the air. "For showing me everything not to look for in a man." More laughter. It was as if the entire room was complicit in her cruel little joke. I wasn't even in the program, yet somehow I was the star of the evening. Her gaze flitted over the crowd, landing on me as I stood by the door, half hidden in the shadows, distant from the laughter that circled her. Her smile widened and she threw in her final barb. "If anyone here needs someone to babysit their sad little life, my ex is available 24/7. No experience necessary." The crowd howled, sharp laughter ringing out as if it was the funniest thing they'd ever heard. She wore her cruelty like a second skin, draped in her Chanel, a perfect picture of polished malevolence. And then the man she'd replaced me with, her new husband, took the stage. His hand gripped the microphone, his presence smooth, calculated. The epitome of everything she had always craved. The perfect couple, glossy and untouchable, wrapped in a sheen of wealth and status. But I wasn't angry. Not anymore. The ache, the heartache had faded months ago, leaving only something sharper, cleaner in its place. It wasn't grief that twisted in my chest now. It was something far colder. A sense of clarity. Claire and I had met in grad school. She had liked that I listened, and I had been drawn to the way she needed no one, not even me. We had been magnetic, until we weren't. She wanted more, bigger names, more zeros on the paycheck, flashier dinners. I had built a small tech startup. She had built resentment. When we divorced, she took everything, and then some. Her lawyer, who also happened to be one of her many lovers, made sure of that. The betrayal hadn't come with slammed doors or heated words. It had come quietly, wrapped in paperwork, the ink of signatures that severed us without a sound. I was collateral damage in her reinvention, the broken remnants of a life she was shedding like an old skin. She got the house. She got the car. She got the sympathy. I got the lesson. At first I thought it was grief. The ache that comes with losing someone you'd built your future with, only to watch them burn your dreams to the ground and move on, as if they were nothing more than a discarded napkin. But grief fades. What didn't fade was her smugness. 2 months after the divorce I saw it, a story in some lifestyle blog. Meet Claire Marston, the woman who turned divorce into destiny. She'd rebranded me as nothing more than a failed chapter in her Cinderella story. The humiliation stung, but it also sparked something in me. She wanted fame. She wanted applause. She craved the spotlight. And so, I gave it to her. I started with her fiancé, Darren Quincaid, CEO of a luxury real estate firm. Legacy wealth. Public image tighter than a drum. But behind the curtain there were cracks, loopholes, shell companies, and one mistress too many. It didn't take much to find his weaknesses. People like him always leave a trail. I discovered a series of encrypted emails between him and a Monaco-based developer, implying bribery in a rezoning deal. Enough to raise eyebrows. Enough to take him down. But I didn't expose it. Not immediately. I offered him a deal. I would keep the files quiet, but in exchange for one small thing, a wedding announcement. The venue was a vineyard in Sonoma. The guests arrived in limos, leaving their compassion at the gate. I wore a tailored black suit, blending in, invisible, the perfect sad ex-husband who had never truly moved on. Her speech was the bait. I knew she couldn't resist. Darren stood after her, taking the microphone from its stand. "I'd like to make a quick announcement," he said, his voice smooth. "A surprise, actually. Claire doesn't even know about it." She turned, confused, yet still glowing with that perfect, radiant smile. "I wanted to give my bride something special," Darren continued. "Not just jewelry. Something lasting." He gestured toward the projector screen behind him. The lights dimmed. The room grew silent. Slide 1. A bank transfer, $250,000.00 to a holding company with her name on the account. Slide 2. A text message, Claire flirting with the city councilman who had approved Darren's project. Slide 3. A hidden camera video, her and the councilman in a hotel room last week. The silence shattered like glass. Murmurs filled the air. Someone gasped. Claire's face drained of color. Her eyes darted from Darren to the screen, then to the guests and back to him. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. "I wanted transparency," Darren said, his voice calm, cold. "This isn't a wedding. It's a wake for the illusion." He dropped the mic, literally leaving the stage and disappearing out the back door. I slipped out before the questions started flying, but not before locking eyes with her. She saw me. She knew. I hadn't touched her, never raised my voice, never posted online rants. I had simply exposed her truth in the one place she cared most, the public eye. She lost everything that night. The investor who had been circling her company. Her influencer deals. The carefully curated life she had worked so hard to build. One post went viral, a still shot from the video with a caption, "Claire uncovered." She went into hiding, deleted her socials, and moved back in with her sister in Cleveland. Me. I made partner. Quietly. I opened a new firm, specializing in reputation management. Funny, isn't it? I built mine from the ashes. She choked on hers. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. But they're wrong.